Here we go. Let's do it. Let's push this out here.
All right.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go. 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 Everybody wants to be a football player, you know, but it's bigger than that. You know, you got to have the grades in order to do that. I played with some tremendous athletes throughout my years growing up as a kid that had tremendous ability, and but they didn't have the grades. You know, you can't go anywhere in life without grades. You know, you're lying to yourself if you think you can. How you doing, Steven?
Go ahead.
What's your name? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Your name?
Hi, I'm Devin Lewis. I can understand the picture.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Can you sign our visitor sheet?
Yeah, where's your visitor sheet? In the office? Okay. 116, right? There you go. And the reason, smiley face. There it is. And so, you know, that's why I want to go back to these schools and be able to, you know, give them the books that they need, give them the reading material, the computers, you know, the essentials that they need to help grow as individuals in the classroom, and then everything else from that takes care of itself. Anything you want to ask me, you raise your hand, I'll point out, you ask me questions. How does it feel to win a football game? Winning a football game is equivalent to getting an A+ on a test. You know, it's hard to explain. You know, when you ever got an A, you ever had an A on a test before? How'd you guys feel when you had an A on a test? You felt good? Right, so winning a football game is like getting an A, right? But if you don't get an A on a test and you get a C or a D, how do you feel? You know, my neighbors used to have to help take care of me. You know, her boss used to, you know, send me to tutoring. You know, bought my first computer. You know what I mean? I didn't know the guy at all, but he helped me out. You know, he gave me the essentials that I needed to better myself in school, and not just become a football player, but become a student athlete. To be able to, you know, to pass my SATs, put me in tutoring classes, ACT classes. You know, he did so much for me, Mr. Lotzbich, and I'm very grateful for it. And I think that's the reason why, you know, I started this foundation, because of people like that have been in my life to help guide me in the right direction. To me, football, I love the game of football, but football is not who I am as an individual. It's what I do for a living. So right now, I think for me, it's just, you know, it's an opportunity for me to take care of some off-the-field stuff, be able to give back to people, because people have it worse than I have it. You know, I have a little injury that I can overcome, but people, you know, live in houses with no light. You know what I mean? People, you know, can't eat. I mean, you know, this is a blessing for me, you know, to play in the National Football League for as long as I have, 9 years now, and to have the platform to be able to reach back to younger kids that look up to me and my colleagues. You know, it's nothing but time to go give back to these kids and give them words of encouragement. You know, I'm not giving the same old cliche story about this and that and the third. I actually lived it and been through it. The reason I, myself and you know, the people that helped this foundation took on the responsibility to help give back was mainly from my childhood and my upbringing. You know, we didn't have much. We had to depend on people to help us with the mortgage and, you know, the light. I used to hear about growing up as a kid, man, the rent's due, you know, the mortgage is due. Growing up in Miami, my mom was a single parent, so, you know, dad wasn't around like we thought he should be. But my mom worked 3 or 4 jobs and basically never came home. She was always working. I didn't want to let her down. So I made sure I got my grades right in school. I made sure, you know, my homework was done when she came home from work. Even though she came home for a couple of hours and went back to work, I made sure my work was done just to make her proud, because I know she was sacrificing for me. Even though she worked 3 or 4 jobs, she always found a way to give back to people. You know, as a kid, you know, it motivated me. You know, it motivated me that, you know, I had to go to school and get good grades. It motivated me in the fact that my mom worked hard. I had to work harder than she was working. You know, she worked 3 or 4 jobs. I can stay at the practice, run 3 or 4 laps. You know what I'm saying? That was my mindset, and you know, I can overcome anything. And so, you know, with that, man, I thank her more than anything, because without her hard work and her motivating me, even though she didn't realize she was, you know, it pushed me and drove me.
But this economy is constantly in poverty. I mean, in regards to independence, man, they committing robbery. They say they gonna give you help with discounts on some property. Then they give you funds so you can function properly. Now this sound all good, but what's funny to me, sound like the situation I was in when I was 15. Get some money from my parents from time to time when I lay my head down in a house that wasn't mine. So government get food and a place to sleep. Sound to me like some modern day slavery. Sound like the setup, like A. Marie. Thick legs, no, I'm ashamed that he would even suggest something that's so plain to me. Get involved in the system that'll take from me and give away for free. It's not appropriate to misappropriate. I'm working to make change, not just to give away.
Gonna cry all night until
No matter where you are in life, no matter where you start at, no matter what's going on at your house and your home, around you, your environment, you know, you could go above that. You know what I mean? It's all about a mind. It's a state of mind. You know, whatever you want to do in life, you can achieve through your mindset. You know, if anybody tells you can't do it, you got to trick your mind and let you tell yourself you can do it. And that's how I've been able to play in the National Football League for 9 years. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not the strongest guy. But ain't nobody can tell me they can't have more heart than me or outwork me.
I'm not interested in your interest. I'm just trying to hit a lick.
I reiterate over and over to you guys, you know, it's not about just getting a job done. It's about taking it to the next level. So whenever you guys do work or whatever it is you do, whether on a PE field, whether in the classroom, math, science, English, think next level. That should be your slogan, is next level. What can I do to get better? So I met this young man, you know, I had a chance to speak to him. Me and our general manager, right? Mr. Martin Mayhew, spoke to him about, you know, what it takes to be successful, how to turn your life around, and how to be disciplined. And I heard that you had a 4.0, is that correct? And that's through hard work. In life, it's not about where you start, it's where you finish. So it doesn't matter where you're at now, if you're not the best student or don't have, you know, the best attendance, you can always change that by starting today. And I don't want to let you know I'm proud of you, and I hope you continue your success and be a role model to your fellow classmates. So congrats, definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna grind all night till I shine all day.
I just take the sun rays, that's the American way.
How do you feel right now?
I'm so excited, I'm nervous. I'm like sweating, I'm nervous. This is the biggest thing we've done. I'm nervous. Almost here. You're on Lafayette right now, he's on the street right now. Hey! Ready? Stay right here. Do not go by a window.
I'm Rachel.
Right here with Rachel.
Yep. We're just going to stay right here for now, okay?
Wait. Come on.
You know, this is a blue-collar city. You know, it represents what America's about. You know, this is hard-working individuals just trying to take care of their families to do better, And I just love everything. Love what Detroit stands for. For me, it was a no-brainer to come in here right away and to jump on my foundation to be able to expand it.
You look gorgeous. Come on. Come on. You ready? You ready? You ready? All right, we're gonna start this.
So the foundation, because of everyone here today that donated, we're able to provide these families with everything they wish for Christmas, for their kids and their families. We're able to provide them a great Christmas because of everyone here today.
And they didn't know that, by the way, so just so you guys know, all your Christmas wishes are being granted today.
Whatever you need, we're gonna grant it for you. As soon as I got here, we were able to, bring kids in from Hype Athletic, and take off from there. These last 4 years have been tremendous. We've grown every year as a foundation, not just by myself, but the people around me, my team, that help put things together and work tireless hours, day in and day out. With this all being said, there's one special moment. I might lose it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a prideful person. I don't cry, I don't shed tears, but this right here is like the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. And it's for the last person we introduced is Violet. She had cancer, it went into remission, and it came back. She had chemotherapy today, and she was able to come out for the first time in a long time. And this is Violet here. Many of you guys might have met her, but she came out today to experience this event. And I told one of my teammates when I was in college, I told him, I said, look, he died the day before I actually had an opportunity to see him. He died when I was 19 years old. And I told him, I said, look, John, man, whatever, I know you got, you know how much longer to live, but I promise you to you that I'm gonna pay it forward to you. And my obligation to John was to be able to have a foundation to be able to give back to those that are less fortunate, that have, cancer, and those that are fighting their lives. And so, Violet obviously is fighting her life. There's nothing like seeing grateful people that are appreciative for the opportunity to be given something that they don't even expect. And so I want to grant her wish. She wrote a letter saying, she haven't seen her sister in 8 years. And she loves her sister dearly. And her wish was she didn't want clothes or jewelry, and she just wanted to see her sister. So with the foundation, with everybody being able to donate the way you have donated, we were able to make that possible to fly her sister in from Utah to be here today that she hasn't seen in 8 years, which is right here in front of her face. It brings enjoyment to my life to be able to see people happy, but we're moving in the right direction, and we're able to take Detroit over and be able to give back to the people that need it, kids with cancer, Detroit public schools, you name it. We're trying to do the best we can to help individuals across Detroit, and we're not there yet, but we're definitely heading in the right direction.
So I'ma grind all night till I shine all day. I'm gonna grind all night till I shine all day. I'm gonna grind all night till I shine all day.
I just take the sun rays, that's the American way.